Good morning, or buenos dias. I'm so proud. I heard Zane and I heard so many other people speaking this morning about being a proud member of Richland 2. And I too stand before you being a proud Viking. I too ran this gym hundreds, maybe even thousands of times during my days. And it's amazing and honorable to stand here before you. I heard other guests talk about teamwork, talk about a challenge, and talk about telling your Richland 2 story. And that's what I want to do for you today. I want to tell you, if you'll let me, just a little story about myself, because I'm a product of Richland 2. And if you know my story, you can't help but be proud of what this district does. So I want to talk to you about Game On. I couldn't have asked for a better slogan this year. It just seems so fitting for me that Game On is the year I get to talk to the district and represent this wonderful, wonderful community. So Game On, 2 short words that mean so much and bring to mind so many feelings. For me, Game On is exactly what I felt the very first time I put on my green and gold and I stepped on that pitcher's mound right behind us at Spring Valley softball field. My hands were shaking, just like now. My palms were sweaty, my breath was shallow, just like now. I felt squeezed. The fear was overwhelming. Would all that practice even show? Could I live up to the Viking legacy that surrounded me on every banner? Would I make my parents proud? I really didn't know. So for the very first time, I simply followed the advice of the most inspirational person I have ever met. Coach Greg Owings said, "Dig in your cleats and push as hard as you can." And I did. I dug in and I pushed for years. And it worked. To my amazement and my delight, that push, it got me through perfect games. It got me through tournament championships. It got me through college shutouts. It worked. My softball game, it was on. But almost before I could even realize it, I was done. I graduated Furman. I threw away my stinky cleats. I gave back my purple Paladin uniform, and I said goodbye to the comfort of a game that I knew and I loved. I was just 21. And timely enough, a new game came along. I was on a plane. I was landing in Madrid. My fears and hesitations were endless. Why did I sign up to be an au pair? Why did I sign up for the entire year? What would my new family be like? And by all means, what would they think of me? I had no idea what to do. So I listened to Coach whisper in my head again, and I dug in my heels, and I hit the pavement. I immersed myself. I pushed my way into every conversation I could, and I immersed myself into every cultural experience and soaked it up. And it worked. I loved it. I really wasn't ready to come home. Sorry, Mom. This new Spanish game, it was amazing. So the strange marriage was sealed. I began teaching and coaching, and I rolled through the ups and the downs for 19 years, while the whole time believing that I would slowly wind my way down through the veteran teacher's highway into retirement one day. But I was wrong. A new game recently presented itself for me. I've been asked to become a teacher leader. What does that really mean? Run the teacher forum? I'm not even sure what that really is. Compete for state teacher of the year? I really didn't expect any of these challenges. They're completely foreign, they're extremely intimidating, and ultimately terrifying. Or in my view, awesome. Perfect. I can hear Coach whispering now, get your game on. I can't wait. I'm going to dig in my old lady heels, and I'm going to get to work. So in closing, I just want you to know, and I want to thank you for asking me to reflect and giving me the time to share it with you, because I've realized that it isn't softball, and it isn't specifically teaching or teaching Spanish that I truly love. It's the challenge. The challenge itself is truly the game that I love. And therefore, I ask you to reflect as well. If you're in education, I'll bet you really thrive on the excitement of a good challenge too. Because education is the new, the unknown, the sometimes unnerving, and sometimes seemingly insurmountable tasks. Educating young people is all of those things. So Richland 2, join me in a challenge. Get your game on.